People, what's going on, everyone? What I got with me here is a Technifiber T-Fight 100, 32.0 millimeter balance, a 16 by 19 string pattern, 300 grams on strung, and of course, when I'm done, I'll be sure to show the strung specs in terms of, including the swing weight as well. Check out this tie-off grommet. It's pretty interesting. It's nice and big. You couldn't miss it. It says Easy Lock. Interesting. Easy Lock system. Huh. Well, that's pretty robust. I'd imagine that, there's no way for you to damage that grommet because it looks like it's got its own flange of some kind built in. Oh, here's a couple more down here for the cross tie off for a start. Four more down here and one on each side up here. Very interesting. So the customer is opting to go with head velocity multi-filament in the blue color, 17 gauge. She chose to go with the blue color. She didn't tell me why, but I could only guess that because it matches the color of the racket. It's a pretty good way to select strings. I mean, on her own racket, she's used head velocity as well. Even though this isn't her racket, it's for her friends. So, I mean, for some people who don't know a lot about strings, a good way to choose it is to pick the same brand of the string. In this case, maybe a Technifiber string in the matching color with the frame, just like wearing clothes, you know. You want everything to match. So, I mean, that's a good idea. That beats just shooting. It's like shooting at a dartboard and picking something that, you know, just randomly. So in the end, the string will match the frame. I thought that's a pretty good idea. Gosh, I haven't shot a video since forever, to a point that I'm so bad to a point that I don't know how to talk anymore. But yeah, a lot has happened. My stringing methods has evolved in a good way. I'm still measuring DT on every one of my string jobs going on for. I started that in January. So so far I've strung almost 300 rackets this year, and I have keep every single swing weight measurement for every single string job. I measure them right after each string job, and I keep all the data on Excel data sheet. So I pre-weaved my mains. I've been doing it that way. Okay, and I pulled the first string at 1.2 pounds extra. She wanted a reference tension of 53 pounds, so I pulled the first string at 54.2. In doing so, it's important to lower that back down so I can pull the correct tension for the rest of the strings. Believe me, I messed up after forgetting to pull it back down and then have to backtrack. That will waste more time. So the rest of the strings will be pulled at 53. The World Cup is going on right now with the group finals. Yeah, keep making improvements to this string machine, guys. Remember the spring that previous videos I've shown how I open up the vertical column to replace this broken spring inside. Well, it turned out that the replacement springs that I put in were, I had to trim them down so that they are close to the correct height. And it turned out that I didn't trim them short enough. They were still too long, and the consequence of that is that it's very hard for the automatic release to work, because with the longer portion of the string always supporting the bottom of the auto, how do you call it, the mechanism, I'd have to literally, like, physically push the string clamp down pretty hard in order for the automatic release to work. And I didn't like that. After a while, and I finally opened both of these up again, and I trimmed the spring back down some more so that the auto release function is easily activated now. See how easy that is? I flick of the finger, it drops down and it releases the base clamp. That's how it's supposed to work. That's the way I like it. So the things you learn with working with this type of base clamp. This base clamp surprisingly still has some life in it. I've had to tighten up a few things like I've shown in the past, but I think eventually I'll have to replace this pair. Because there was another problem that I've since discovered, is that the set screw that keeps this vertical column locked in place so that it wouldn't move during or after a tension pull. That's the set screw threads were like stripped inside, because the material of the hole, I point out to you, the hole is located right here. That's the set screw I'm talking about right here. When the threads are stripped, the set screw no longer can keep this column locked in place, which means they move during and after a tension pull, which means I lose a certain amount of tension. It could be up to like a couple pounds. I didn't like that, so I've since reworked the threads inside. I added some kind of helicoil to make the set screw working again, so that it is still able to lock the vertical post in place with no movement. But I'd expect that over time something's gonna happen again. That's gonna come loose again. So I hope it lasts me a while, but I don't think these things are designed with good enough material to last forever. I've seen an improved version of these base clamps being sold on AliExpress. They claim to have some kind of titanium material, very light material that's used on airplane metal. So they're constantly improving these things. So as you can see, this racket has main skips at 7 and 9, both top and bottom. So now I'm going to tie off with extra tie-off knot tension. Release doesn't work because on this corner over here, the jaw, the clamp jaw, always gets pushed against the side of the frame, which means the jaw won't even open. You see, even with my lever already open, the side of the jaw is kept closed by the frame itself. That's why it's not working. Other than that, I'm liking that improvement. Oh, before I tie off, let me check my pitch matching. That matches near perfectly. I've seen people that prick their strings, they go from here to here. I don't even know what the heck they're listening to. They're you know, it's like, no, how are they supposed to know that the right side matches the left side? I go from the middle and the one pair at a time. Alright, I pay attention to the first 4 pairs because that covers the majority of the sweet spot, and that's what it matters the most. I'm using the Parnell knot to give myself a bigger knot because I hate when my knots are tied too small. They sink into the grommet hole, stretching out the grommet hole. That's not good. Okay, that's our mains done. Now let's do the crosses. Three, I'm starting from the 3rd grommet hole as usual. Oh, come on. Back out. Oh, there's one thing I meant to show, one other improvement I meant to let you all know that I did. As soon as I'm done pre-weaving these crosses, at least the first portion of it, I also like to pre-weave a few more of these strings, especially with these soft strings that are easy to handle in the fingers. Stiff and thick polys, not so much, but thin and comfortable multi-filaments, yeah, definitely pre-weave them. My recording is still running. Okay, another improvement that I made is on this tension tension head string grabber over here. Remember, I've had to fix the magnetic plate down here that it seems to get stuck and won't retract fully, and I had to put super glue underneath it. Well, I'm finding that it's as the super glue that I put on there gets worn out, it still would sometimes get stuck. Let's see, like over here, it wouldn't retract fully, and then I wouldn't be able to make another coil again. So in order to fix that problem, you see this portion of this button over here is being covered up with my electrical tape. What's underneath the electrical tape? Let me just pull it apart. It's a felt pad, like the ones that you put under like a chair legs, under the legs, four legs of the table or chair to protect your hardwood floor. What this does is that it raises the height of the button up a little bit, you know, maybe one fourth of an inch, 1/5 of an inch, so that it's closer. It's much easier for me to activate the puller by engaging by pressing this button. Much easier, so that I don't always have to rely on the string, like bending around this grabber to activate it by these plates. And I'll show you with the first couple of pulls over here. You see, as long as I do wrap around Diablo, I don't always use the Diablo, only with soft strings like this. Alright, instead of always like activating it like that by engaging the plates, I could quickly go over here and do it that way. Therefore, even if these plates get stuck up here and I can't use the plate, I could always use the button, and it always works all the times. But before, when the button is too low, it's further away for my finger to reach it and engage it, so it was harder. Now I just made it much easier. I wasn't that smart to come up with that idea. I actually saw a fellow YouTuber, it's a YouTube video in Korean. The guy, his button looked taller. Either it was, I can't remember now, either it was, if it was manufactured taller like that to begin with, or maybe he modified it like I did and added something up over there to raise the height. So yeah, if there was a flaw to this machine's design, that would be one of the flaws, is that button sits too low to begin with. So now that's no longer an issue for me. I no longer have to go down over there to put super glue on that magnetic piece. Yeah, that piece is actually a magnet. Yeah, it's a piece of magnet. But yeah, when the blades are not stuck, I can still activate it the old way. There's no problem. Like I used to do it like this, without pushing the button. That way it still works. But in the case that the plate does get stuck, I could always get the button working. This machine have another way of activating the puller, which is with the button over here. It says pull and release, you see. So I can reach all the way over here and select the built-in 3 different ways for you to work one function. That's pretty good redundancy design in, so that your machine can stay working one way or another. So what do you guys think? Should I, when these base clamps break or get worn out, should I keep buying replacement parts, keep it working as long as possible? Like I mentioned previously, I wanted to upgrade to a newer version of the clamp with the bigger button instead of bigger release button instead of this tiny one that I came with. So those will be easier for the finger, just like press on it, slam on it and make it release. Instead of like this one, if I wanted to use that button, I'd have to either use my thumb, which is bigger than the rest of the fingers, or don't use that at all. Just always use automatic release. Or I have actually used my thumb and then catch this lever in my hand at the same time. So should I keep the machine and just keep fixing the base clamp, upgrade to newer clamp, or sell this machine and upgrade to a better machine? Give me some ideas, and I'd like to know what you think. I've been eyeing the machine that's made in Taiwan with the Enox motor. That's on Tennisman, yeah, this company out of Germany. I don't know if he will actually ship to the US. Some time ago, he actually stopped shipping to the US because some credit card fraud or something. Somebody had tried to charge him back to try and scam him. I mean, why would people do something like that? It just ruined it for the rest of the US customers. But they must carry those machines that they carry with the those down press clamps made by X-Spider. They're the supplier of the Turner branded machines and clamps. Yeah, I like the idea of those down press clamps a lot. But you know what? I have yet to see one or two videos of people showing those in actual operation, like while stringing the crosses. I've seen Earp's video where he was like live streaming the one time, but then the video was shot from far away, and he wasn't trying to like go as fast as possible. So I mean, for me to upgrade to something like that, to a better design, I would think that part of the benefit will be to help me string faster. I mean, those things are not cheap. That I think for the amount that they're charging now, I don't know. I think it's at least $800 US a pair now, at least. Don't quote me on it, but yeah, that is, if you can buy those from Turner. You can't get those from Tennisman. You'd have to buy it on that Tennisman, what is it called? Something Deluxe. The Tennisman brand. Forgot what it's called right now, but it's skipping my mind. Yeah, that machine, I think it's sub $3,000, like 2,000 something or $3,000. Pretty much like about twice the cost of this Pros Pro Tomcat. I mean, I've had this Tomcat for like the last 3 or 4 years now. Haven't given me any problems other than the ones I've shown in my videos, and it continues to be reliable. I don't have to replace it if I don't want to. It's a reliable machine. It's showing 37,500 pulls now. Some time ago, a year or two after I bought it, I actually I want that string to come out from above this main string on the outside and not under it. reweave the last string. But I was trying to say that those must be good machines, because every time he gets new inventory in, they get sold out in like literally a couple of weeks. In weeks. Like, I keep hesitating, should I buy it or not? I was actually ready to pull the trigger on it, and I didn't. And like 2 weeks go by, and I try to place the order again. I couldn't, because it was sold out. His next batch is coming in December, I think. I saw one other YouTuber, a German-speaking YouTuber. He did a review. First, I thought it was actually his machine, but then I asked him some questions, and he replied saying that, "Oh, I was doing a demo. I had to return it. It's not actually mine." He did a good job showing in regular speed, I think, while he was doing the mains. But then when he was stringing the crosses, he, like, for some reason did the video in like 10 times speed, so you can't really see anything. How the base clamp, the down press clamp actually operates. Okay, what happened here? I'll pull this string. Could have shortened the string before I tied it off, but everything looks good. No misweaves. Come on. Alright, all done. I'll go measure the spec and show it to you. Stay tuned.